So we're here on the 23rd of October, and since the last meeting, 3 of us have been to Harrow Weald Common and identified a bank, which we've labelled on one of the update PowerPoints, so that you can look at the photos. But the bank that we've identified, we should be able to dig vertically fairly easily, because it's already actually collapsing slightly and is about 3 meters high, potentially 3 meters wide, and we would get the biggest section that we can. We're going to need some people with shovels to help dig that, so that's a point of consideration. But even more important, I think, is to get some experts along. So Phil Collins, I think, should be directing what we do, along with Peter Allen, who have experience of digging these. Di Clements wants to be there too, and a few people to dig with shovels. But actually, we're going to keep the number of people fairly low so as not to cause too much disturbance. Also invited will be the Chief Warden of Harrow Weald Common, who hopefully will give us some guidance as well. So that date has to be fixed with the relevant people when they're available, and that will be as soon as we can do it, and hopefully before it gets too cold. The rest of our discussion, we've talked about the exhibitions, displays that we're going to be making at the GA Festival of Geology on November the 4th, where the London Geodiversity Partnership with Di, Allan and the rest will be showing gravels, and Harrow and Hillingdon Geological Society will be showing some washed and sorted samples of Stanmore gravel, along with some photographs. So hopefully we can encourage people to go along and look there on November the 4th at UCL. Apart from that, we've been having a long discussion about glaciation and glacio-fluvial deposits and erosional, all kinds of details about how the gravels may have landed where they did and what could have caused them to potentially move around since during the ice ages. So it's been a really interesting, for me, and informative session where I've learned lots of things about patterning and sorting and unsorted till and the sorting of gravel that we're going to be looking at potentially. I can't claim to understand it yet, but it's very interesting. Anything else to add to what I've just said?
Just that we should try and find a place to Stanmore gravel as well.
We should
Stanmore Common.
Okay, that we should actually go and try and take some samples from Stanmore Common. That's right. And we had quite a long discussion about the different places around London where Stanmore gravel is found, and that actually being able to record what is in those different bits of gravel and how they look similar or different could be of value. If we can compare what we find in Stanmore, in Harrow Weald and at Stanmore Common with what other people have found in their deposits, then that would be useful. I'm still keen to move forwards on having a map that lays out all these different places around London where the Stanmore gravel is supposed to be found, and then we could label it, as Di, I think, was suggesting, with what is actually in those different gravels that the BGS calls Stanmore gravel. See how similar all those deposits are. Is that fair? Is that what we were talking about? Yeah, just to have a map and label what we find and compare it with what is found in the other.
We have to be aware. It's going to be hard for us to gather samples in most of the places because
Yeah, no, what I'm hoping is that some other local groups will have looked at their local gravels and we could use their data.
Essex certainly.
Yeah, Essex, I know, are very, very keen on this. Okay, thank you, everybody, and see you all at the next occasion, whenever that might be. Thanks for coming.